Hi, my name is Jim Barone and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you what it's like to go into the Canadian National Railroad in Harvey, Illinois. And then I'll talk a little bit about the procedures and what happened to me while I was there. Stay tuned and I'll be narrating, and if you see anything that kind of like you'd like to know more of about doing containers, I'm the guy that can show you. It's only around 5 minutes or so. So let's get to it. In this part of the video, I am at the CN Harvey Railroad, and I'm here to pick up an empty, and then I'll go out to Iowa, get loaded, and then come back to the CN Harvey. Right now, what you're seeing is I'm driving in the back to Z lot where all the empties are, and you can see the empty trains to your right, and there is some empty trains to the left as I'm moving towards the back, and you can see those stacks. It'll get clearer in just a minute as I start getting farther towards Z lot. You'll see all the stacks of empties back there. But when you first see the very first stack, there'll be one on the ground, and then there's an open space. Usually where that open space is, and there's one box to the left. See, it's a white container. Usually that's all full of boxes. Those are all empty now. There's nothing there on the other side of that JB Hunt there. And there's a bunch of trucks there waiting, and so I had to wait in line, and it actually took quite a while for me to get an empty. You got to wait and talk to the packer guy, and there's only one back there. Usually there's two, but the other one for some reason was parked, so I had to wait in line. There was guys ahead of me, so they slowly moved around there, and then when it was my turn, I jumped out and I tell them that I'm there for a certain container line, and then he goes and grabs me a box and he throws it on my chassis. And then I'm heading towards the outbound, and you got to go through the tunnel. And you go through the tunnel when you come in and when you go out. And it basically scans your truck and the container, and it registers for the computer system so that you can check in and check out. And there's the tunnel. You got to go through there because it scans you. It scans your container and it scans your truck, and then registers with the computer and what you're taking out or what you're bringing in and what your chassis number is. After this, you go around the curve there. But I noticed that there's a train to the right. I'll kind of zoom in towards the train. I was like, I hope that train's not going to cut me off to where I have to wait to get out, but it didn't. It was all good. So once you make this turn right here, you come to the outbound booths, and there's only 4 of them, so sometimes it does get pretty heavy there to check out. But it is sometimes it's a fast thing. You just put in your driver's license number, and then it takes a picture of you, and I guess then it tries to identify you as you looked in the tunnel. So then what it does then is if it matches everything up, it'll just open the gate and you're out of there. And then it'll show me heading out of the railroad. Right now I'm coming into where there's a computer terminal there, and you just basically just put in your driver's license number, and sometimes it'll ask you what chassis you got to verify the outbound. And here I'm heading out. Here I'm on my way back from Iowa. So basically from the time I left the railroad, I have to drive 250 miles basically, get loaded, and then drive to 250 back. And this is part of the construction that's on the way out there, and the skies were kind of terrible. Here, I'm back at the port, back at the rail yard. And if you see all the stuff you see those red things, and then there's all kinds of yellow. Usually that's all containers right there. I mean, it's wall-to-wall containers, and it's empty. And I mean, they stack them, I think, 5 high, and there's none there. It could be that they loaded a train, but And there is a train there, but I don't know if that's an inbound train or an outbound train. I have no way of knowing that. But yeah, they drop chassis there. So that's probably an inbound train. No, it could be either or. And there I'm showing just, and this is where I came back with the load. So this is how I was done once they lifted it off my container. I hope you liked my video, and don't forget the most important thing in the world. Send me $1 million. No, hit that like and hit the subscribe button. I really could use that, and I would appreciate it. And thank you. And we'll see you again.